Good afternoon and welcome to Manchester, where we are just waiting for the fighters for the weigh-in for Buatsi Dos Santos. Joshua Buatsi takes on unbeaten French light heavyweight Daniel Dos Santos with a packed undercard, 3 European title fights. We've got an English title and a heavyweight debut, as well as the debut of Ellis as well. So let's get over to Adam Smith, who's with me. Adam, what are we looking out for on the scales today? I think all eyes are going to be on Daniel Dos Santos because we don't know too much about him. If you YouTube him, there isn't too much to find on him, but all eyes will also be on Joshua Buatsi. He's protecting that world ranking, the WBA international belt as well, but high hopes for him.
Yeah, and this is a highly professional card. I can't see the fighters failing in making weight. I think that, people have been here in the bubble for, a number of days, and I think that will, be a case of just looking, final look at how they physically seem. But I think that they're all up for some fantastic challenges. There's 3 European title fights on the card. That's a really prestigious belt, the European title, often gets forgotten. And of course, Joshua Buatsi, who's aiming to go higher in his career, wants a world title. Many people believe that he will become, a boxing star, but he has it all to prove still. He's undefeated, as we know, in 13. Bit hot and cold last time, I thought, against Marko Calic. He got the job done, liked it when he turned southpaw at the end, thought of something different and stopped Calic. But, it wasn't without its scares along the way, the lumps and bumps. And, it's been difficult matching him. He's had, periods of inactivity in his career. I like the union with Virgil Hunter out in America. I think it'll be very interesting to see what Virgil has implemented in a short period of time, just 8 weeks, and let's see what Joshua can do against, as you said, an unknown, a dangerous opponent, an undefeated challenger. And as we've seen in recent weeks, there's been lots of upsets when our homegrown fighters have been toppled. We had it just a couple of weeks ago when James Tennyson was stunned, wasn't he? So, look, it's a fight that Joshua Buatsi not only has to win, but he has to, I think, look really good in. And then we need momentum with Buatsi. I think that's the key at 28, momentum, because, he's highly ranked by all the governing bodies. We saw Dimitri Bivol and Craig Richards the other week. How far are we away from a Bivol-Buatsi fight? 12, 18 months maybe. He needs to keep on course, but then Dos Santos will have other ideas. Great backstory, unbeaten, spells danger, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think we've all learned our lessons from this lockdown, not to sleep on the right-hand side of the bill. Ellis Hopkins was the name I was looking for at the front end of the stream. She's just off to the right of the stage. First female... Interesting story herself. First female traveller to turn pro. What a great time to turn pro as well. We'll hopefully get her on the stream, time permitting, and just have a very brief word with her. Also, Sol Dacre's making his debut as well. There's plenty of hype around him.
Yeah, I just talked to Ellis actually on the way down, and just in the lift with her trainer, and she's just, she cannot believe that she's on this big stage. And it's dreams that are being made. We had Sandy Ryan just sitting here yesterday turning professional, and the women's boom has been absolutely fantastic. So she's just so excited about getting going on such a stage. The Manchester Arena, such a wonderful venue too. So yeah, and debutantes, and we've got experienced fighters. We've got a right mix on this bill. Plus Dalton Thundersmith is one of the hottest prospects, I believe, in the UK at the moment, and he's got a really interesting test for the English title. So yeah, look, it's a good, solid, strong, long show Saturday night.
Buatsi, there's never really been any worries about weight making, so I don't think the story is going to come from there today. Virgil Hunter said to us yesterday, if he can reproduce 30% of what he's shown so far, then he will be happy with that. But I think Buatsi might want to show more than that.
I think Buatsi will want to put on a really, really good performance and just remind people. I think he was slightly disappointed with the challenge, the manner of the victory. Not that he got the win, obviously, and stays undefeated. But, maybe he was out a long time before that. Maybe he just underestimated Calic slightly, who was a very good amateur, of course, and bringing his own unbeaten record in. So, look, he's taking on unbeaten fighters, but he's difficult to match because he's not quite at world level yet. There's a really good domestic crop like Callan Johnson and Anthony Yard, and it's a fantastic sort of mix. And, we want to see Buatsi in great domestic fights, but we also think he can become, world class. So it's a difficult one for him to be matched, and I think this is a step in the right direction. And then he'll need a couple of more gut checks before he has that big acid test, I think.
Okay, Adam, if I'm going to ask you to stand to one side, let's, without further ado, get over to our master of ceremonies for today's weigh-in and Saturday night, David Diamante.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my absolute pleasure to welcome everyone here today to the official weigh-in for our big night of boxing taking place here on Saturday night. Now, all the action is brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing. It'll be televised live around the world on Sky Sports and DAZN. We're sponsored by Betfred, Wow Hydrate, AO.com, and JD Sports. We have a great card on Saturday night. We have 7 fights on the card and 5 title fights. So without further ado, it's now time to go ahead and invite the fighters up to the stage so they can face the scale and face each other. Our first contest, 4 rounds in the super welterweight division. And our first fighter making her way to the stage, 79-fight veteran fighting out of Bulgaria. Please welcome Borislava Goranova. And her opponent now making her way to the stage. Saturday night, she'll be making her professional debut. She's a former amateur standout and the first woman from the traveling community to turn professional. Fighting out of Colville, Leicestershire, please welcome Ellis Bird Hopkins. And now to the scale, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Borislava Goranova. 156 pounds and 10 ounces for Goranova. And now to the scales, ladies and gentlemen, for the very first time as a professional, please welcome Ellis Bird Hopkins.
Underneath that mask there, unforeseen circumstances, these things happen.
You just want everything to go smoothly, don't you, on your pro debut, but often they don't. Ask our own Johnny Nelson.
Yeah.
And Ryan Rhodes, who's here in the bubble, he had a traumatic debut.
Time as a professional, Ellis Bird Hopkins. 154 pounds and 8 ounces for Hopkins.
So no problems for Ellis Hopkins there, despite the delay.
Come on, those marks at the front there. That's it, perfect. Both facing the camera, please. Wait.
Hopkins and Goranova, 4-round super welterweights, Saturday night, Manchester, England.
So that is the first box ticked for Ellis Hopkins. She has successfully weighed in ahead of her professional debut tomorrow night. So those of you that have not tuned into one of these shows before, there is just a slight delay. COVID protocols, the scales will be cleaned, and we've just got fighters swapping in and out. Ellis Hopkins is just putting her tracksuit back on, and then she will come and join us live on our stream. Okay, Ellis is just putting her tracksuit back on, and she's going to make her way over to us. Ellis, great to see you. Just on that mark on the floor there, you can drop your mask for this one. We are socially distanced, and yeah, a little bit of a delay there. You've been waiting a long time to make the weight, and then the scales don't work. Welcome to professional boxing. That is a box tick, though. You're one step closer to your professional debut tomorrow night. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling ready, excited. Just want to get in there now and show them what I can do.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. Some people won't know your backstory, but it is quite a story, isn't it? The first woman from the travelling community to turn pro. I mean, you're going to be a trailblazer.
Yeah, first travelling girl to turn over from the amateur ranks. Obviously, there's a lot of travelling boys and girls as the amateurs, but not many actually make it to turn professional. So to be the first travelling girl to turn over, it's a big thing.
You're a very good amateur, but has it always been a dream of yours to try the professional ranks? And why now? Why make this change to the paid ranks?
Turning professional is something I've always wanted to do. Like, obviously, I did a lot in the amateurs, but going to Olympics and that sort of route weren't what I wanted to do. So we turned over now, and that's what I've always wanted to do.
You're in with a very experienced operator tomorrow night, so it's a very basic question. What do you want to show us tomorrow? What are your hopes and aspirations for your professional debut tomorrow?
I just want to get in there, show me skills. I can box. Just want to get in there, show me skills.
Okay, go well tomorrow night. Best of luck. Okay, I can see Sol Dakers is off to the side of the stage. I wonder, Adam, you can come and join us, Adam. I think there is still a very slight delay with the scales are just getting done now. Sol Dakers, a lot said about him. I think we're quite excited, aren't we?
Very excited. I mean, he's had a lot of sparring with the likes of Joe Joyce and Daniel Dubois, also Anthony Joshua. So, he was a good amateur. I think we've waited for him to turn professional, and this is the big opportunity. He looks good. I've seen a bit of him. Obviously, Sam Jones behind him. There's a lot to like, and he talks well, and he can fight. And let's see how he progresses. A lot of heavyweights turning over at the moment. Obviously, the blue ribbon division, as always, and really interesting as well from the Birmingham area. So that's the sleeping city it's always been. But Matt Macklin's always banging on to me about the fact that we've got to be in Birmingham when the crowds come back. Let's see if he can sell out venues as well.
Okay, we're back on track. Let's get back over to our Master of Ceremonies, David DiMonte.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next contest, 6 rounds in the heavyweight division. And now making his way to the stage from Sofia, Bulgaria. Professional record, 3 wins, 8 losses, 2 knockouts. Please welcome Mladen Manev. And his opponent now making his way to the stage Saturday night. He'll be making his much anticipated professional debut. He's the 2017 National Championships gold medalist and the former Team GB amateur standout. He fights out of the West Midlands. From Birmingham, please welcome Solomon, the Real Deal Dakers. And out of the stand,
just a quick line on Mladen Manev. Not a bad amateur. We saw him in the WSB, although that was down at middleweight and light heavyweight. So I know what you're all thinking. That's quite a big jump. Let's see what he weighs in at here.
233 pounds, bang on. 233 for Manev.
I think he's bigger than they thought, Adam. Sam Jones conceded that yesterday when he saw him for the first time in the bubble.
Yeah, it's very difficult, isn't it, to match the young heavyweights, but what he does have, Manev, is plenty of experience, 32, 11 professional fights, as you said, WSB, very good amateur, so he's been around, but so too is Dakers.
£222 and 11 ounces for Solomon Dakers.
222.11 for the 6'5" 27-year-old. It's a decent weight.
He's a specimen though, Adam, isn't he? He's very tall, very lean as well.
Tall and lean, isn't he?
Yeah.
Tall and lean, quick.
You can see why he was such a successful rugby player, I think. I think he could have actually stayed on and played professional rugby.
Like the Romford Bull.
Yeah.
6 rounds heavyweight Saturday night, Manchester, England.
Yeah, he played rugby union semi-professionally for the Worcester Warriors Academy and had a trial for England under 20, so that's not bad going.
That's great form, isn't it?
Yeah, so Sol Dakers just going to come over and give us a quick word. 222 pounds was the weight, so we'll have a quick word with him and see if that's what he thought he was going to be. It could be one of those that we might run out of time here. I know they're looking to crack on with the weigh-in.
The rugby world losing a lot of their own, aren't they, to the darts with Gerwyn Price and Johnny Clayton, the boxers as well, Campbell, Johnny Fisher maybe, and this guy.
Okay, so I'll just bring you on that cross there. I didn't want you to miss your opportunity. We've got about 1 minute. That's a big step towards your pressure. You weighed in now 222 pounds. Is that what you thought you were going to be in and around?
Yeah, a bit light, to be honest, but I've been training hard, and then in the bubble I haven't been eating too much. I've been eating clean, so a bit light, but it don't make no difference to me.
Yeah, we've heard that before. You can't eat as many calories as you would at home. Just a final one. What are your hopes and expectations for tomorrow night? Your pro debut, you only get one. What do you want to show us?
Just want to show the hard work, and I want to get a big knockout. I want to get a good stoppage on the cards and a good show and a good fight, and finish with a nice knockout. It'd be good, yeah.
We're in the entertainment business. That sounds great to us. I want to get a big knockout. Go well. Nice one. Thank you. Okay, so Sold Acres. I mean, Adam, as a TV company, we love that.
Of course we love it. And the smile at the end. I mean, he looks the part, doesn't he?
Ladies and gentlemen, our next contest, 10 rounds for the vacant English Super Lightweight Championship. And now making his way to the stage, his professional record, 16 wins, 5 defeats, 1 draw, and 5 wins coming by way of knockout. He's the former English lightweight champion fighting out of Rotherham. Please welcome Lee Appleyard. And his opponent now making his way to the stage, his professional record, a perfect one. 7 fights, 7 victories, 6 of those 7 wins came by way of knockout. Here is the hard-hitting, fast-rising prospect fighting out of the Steel City of Sheffield, England. Please welcome Dalton Thundersmith.
These two know each other very well, Adam, but both have made it very, very clear it's business. When the first bell rings, the respect is gone. But one of the things we noticed from staying in the bubble, Lee Appleyard had a big dinner last night. He's obviously got no issues with the weight. Let's just see what he comes in at here. Dennis Gilmartin just asking him to stand perfectly still. Let's hear this weight.
139 pounds and 11 ounces for Lee Appleyard.
And he looks in great shape.
He looks in fabulous shape, and we were speaking to him yesterday. He's really, really up for this. Believes it's too soon for Dalton Smith.
Here is the undefeated Dalton Thundersmith.
Well, this guy thought by many to be the prospect in the country, and he's got a test for the English title Saturday night.
139 pounds and 9 ounces for Dalton Thundersmith.
And there is some shape on Dalton Smith as well, to be expected. They've both had enough notice, they both had enough time to prepare for this.
Yep, they get on very well outside of the ring, but inside, strictly business. And these two, I think, will give us a great, great fight. And Dalton Smith believes that the better the opponent, the better he will showcase. And he's looked really good so far. So it's all for Appleyard to do. But he is more experienced as a pro, 16 wins in his 22 fights. 33's 9 years older. But how good is this Dalton Smith?
And he is fired up, Lee Appleyard. Look at that stare. He was fired up last night, and we're going to have a quick word with him after this. I think he is really, really up for this.
Dalton Smith beat Lee Appleyard 10 rounds for the vacant English Super Lightweight Championship.
You can hear the laughter off camera. That is, believe it or not, the two trainers of the two fighters who get on so well. And I think with Rotherham and Sheffield, they got sparring partners going from one gym to the other. There's no bad blood between the two teams. There's no bad blood between the two fighters at all. Some real jokes being told off stage. There's Steffi Ball with
and Grant Smith and Steffi Ball. Well, Grant obviously has been doing wonders, hasn't he, on the training circuit with the Edwards boys, and he looks after Dalton. And I just think I really like Dalton Smith. I like his attitude, but this is a tough fight. Here's Lee.
Lee, just on that mark there. God, you look fired up as you're standing on those scales there. Just sum up how much this means to you, and the key is going to be getting that passion that you've got, that fire in your belly, and putting it into action on Saturday.
Yeah, I've had it all camp, mate. I've been grafting my knackers off, and I'm ready now, mate. I really am ready. I've got no pressure. All pressure's on him. I'm a massive underdog, but trust me, I'm here to win, and I'm going to win Saturday night. There's no doubt in my mind. The self-belief I've got is unbelievable, and that's all I need.
Casual sports fans will not understand how you can be great friends with somebody and spar with them and give them a hug like that, but be so fired up. Boxing is a strange business, but it is strictly business, and it is the hurt game. Do you think that if you put it all together, that you can shock Dalton Smith?
Yeah, listen, we've been shaking hands, talking as friends, as we are friends, but for me now it's getting serious, and come tomorrow night it's going to be very serious, and it's just business afterwards. We'll have a beer together, whatever, do you know what I mean? But Saturday night I'm going in there and I'm meeting business, trust me.
We ate a Chinese takeaway in front of you, so beers are on me on Saturday night. Go well. Thank you very much. Nice one. Just a little tactic, Adam, that we like to have eat takeaway meals in front of the fighters the night before the fights, get them like cage lions in there.
You did give the leftovers to Steffi and Ryan Rhodes, so the trainers did all right.
I've done my bit.
The fighters can wait till afterwards, and there'll be pizza back here and beers, and everyone will be friends, but not on the night.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next contest, 12 rounds for the European Cruiserweight Championship. And at this time, we're going to go ahead and welcome up the challenger to the stage. His professional record, 19 wins, 4 defeats. He has 7 wins coming by way of knockout. He's the former Belgian, European Union, and WBC Mediterranean champion, fighting out of Oradea, Romania. Please welcome Alexandru Jor. And now, making his way to the stage, he is the defending champion. Professional record, 17 wins, 2 defeats. He has 8 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Belfast, Northern Ireland, here's the former WBC International Cruiserweight Champion and the reigning and defending European Cruiserweight Champion, Tommy McCarthy. And now the scale, ladies and gentlemen, the challenger, Alexandru Jor.
A man who very much likes to have his fists do the talking. He's obviously been up and raided my boxers draw there, a special pair of boxers for a big night for Alexandru Jor. Let's just see what he weighs in at.
198 pounds and 7 ounces for the challenger, Jor.
No problems with the weight for Alexandru Jor.
And now to the scale, ladies and gentlemen, the defending European Cruiserweight Champion from Belfast, Northern Ireland, the Mac Attack, Tommy McCarthy. 199 pounds and 4 ounces for the defending champion, Tommy McCarthy.
So we have a title fight. This is very much about Tommy McCarthy, Adam, isn't it? Really, really exciting talent that lost his way slightly with defeats earlier in his career, but is now flying. But if he wants to get to the level that he thinks he's capable of, he has to be dealing with someone like Alexandru Jor.
Yeah, I've known Tommy a long time, and I remember him back in the amateurs, and I thought he was going to go on to world honours once upon a time, but you know, it didn't work out for him in the early days. A lot of talent, but just lost his way slightly. Listen, he's a dad now, he's got a number of kids to feed. Listen, he had a great win over in Italy. He's a fantastic link up with Peter Taylor, who's done a wonderful job of sort of helping him through these difficult times. And
Tommy McCarthy, Alexandru Jor, 12 rounds for the European Cruiserweight Championship, Manchester, England.
Andy, now he's on this level, he needs to try and stay here. That's the key, because there's some massive fights ahead from him, but he can't overlook Alexandru Jor, who has 19 wins in 23. He's a very tough sort of circuit fighter, but yeah, he needs to get through this. McCarthy, Chris Smith, obvious. That's a big fight out there for him. Maybe next.
Tommy's just making his way over. Tommy, just on the orange mark there, Adam Smith just said in commentary there, getting to that level was special for you, but the key is staying there now. It's all well and good winning the title. You don't want to lose it in the first defence.
Yeah, that's it. I'm here now, and as I've said, from a won title, I want to go beyond this level. So I don't want to, don't want this to be my legacy, European champion and done. So it's very important like I've already said, not to have any slip-ups or mishaps this weekend.
What do you think we can expect from you tomorrow night? A lot of it will depend on how Joe approaches this. He hasn't said anything all week, like literally hasn't said anything, he hasn't given anything away. It's all about you. What do you think he's going to do?
I think he's going to come here and have a go, and you know, this is a big chance for him to get a European title and put his name in the mix. But I'm prepared for him to come and, you know, give it his all. But I'm going to go in there, set the pace, and take the fight away from him, not give him a chance to get into it.
Go well, Tommy. Thanks
very much.
Thank you. Go well. Yeah, nearly got caught with a handshake there. Luckily, Tommy saw it. Otherwise, we would have to have taken this whole stream down.
He's another guy, Andy, with so much talent.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next contest, 12 rounds for the European Super Bantamweight Championship. And now making his way to the stage, please welcome the challenger. His professional record, 28 wins, 6 defeats, 6 wins coming by way of knockout. He's the former Central Area, English, and former 2-weight Commonwealth champion, fighting out of Doncaster. Please welcome Jason, the Iceman Cunningham.
I think this could be fight of the night, Andy. I really do.
Now making his way to the stage, he is the defending champion. Professional record, 18 wins, only 1 defeat. He has 10 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the 2008 Olympian and the reigning and defending European Super Bantamweight champion, fighting out of Birmingham. Please welcome Gamal, the Beast Giovanni.
My eyes aren't as good as yours. On Jason Cunningham's chest set, does that say the underdog? Is that what the tattoo says?
Yeah, underdog on the right-hand side. David's just stepped in the way as we tried to read it, but I think so. And
he said he loves that tag.
He loves it, and he's a really good fighter. Listen, he shared a ring with Gamal's brother Cal, of course, and he's been operating at a really good level. This is a massive opportunity for Jason.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the challenger, Jason, the Iceman Cunningham.
You know, double Commonwealth champion at different weights.
We never lost hope across the chest. Let's see what he weighs.
121 pounds and 8 ounces for the challenger, Jason Cunningham.
Yeah, your eyes aren't that good, Andy, because it's the underdog who never loses hope.
My eyes aren't that good.
That's what it says.
And the reigning and defending European Super Bantamweight champion, Gamal, the Beast Giovanni.
And here's the Beast, Gamal, just part of one of the most talented boxing families in the whole of the UK. Cal, obviously,
the 3 of them. And Gamal.
121 pounds and 10 ounces for the defending champion, Gamal Giovanni.
And obviously Galal in the Team GB setup, who's just flying at the moment. What a talented family. But Gamal feels it's his time.
Very talented family, very nice family as well, and they've been around the scene now for what seems like quite a long time. And Gamal had a couple of really tough years, didn't he, following the defeat to Gavin McDonnell. But, you know, he's won that European title out in Italy, and now he wants to not only retain it, but move on to bigger and better things. You know, his brother won a world title. That's what he dreams of. He's 29, so he's still got plenty of time with Max McCracken, really good trainer. Steffi Bull with Jason Cunningham. It's a really good mix. I just believe, Andy, that this European Super Bantamweight title will be a fantastic match, and I think we'll get a really, really good fight.
By Jason Cunningham. 12 rounds for the European Super Bantamweight Championship.
10 years of pro, Jason Cunningham, he knows what he's doing. This isn't anything new to him, but he has said this is my world title fight.
Well, it is his world title fight. He knows that, and he's got a great man with him in Steffi Bull, who obviously has taken Terry Harper all the way to the top and was a very good fighter himself, Steffi. And you know, he's a good, calm coach to have around these last few hours.
He's just grabbing a quick drink, and he's going to make his way over to us. Jason, just on that orange mark on the floor there, I won't keep you very long because I know you want to rehydrate. The underdog who never lost hope. I couldn't read it because my eyes aren't that great. But
I've got quotes everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, that means a hell of a lot to you, doesn't it? The underdog who never lost hope. Now you're here now, 10 years of pro, and it's your chance to win a European title on Saturday night.
Yep, that's it exactly. I've got a few quotes on me. I'll only win this, take risk, because I'm always taking a risk. And the underdog who never lost hope because I'm always underdog, aren't I? And then that's it. But
means nothing to me. Been under all my life, and I'm going to get that title on Saturday night.
Yeah, make no mistake, you believe that you're coming here, regardless of what the bookmakers say, regardless of what the CV says on paper, that you're coming here to win on Saturday.
Yeah, listen, I don't care what anyone thinks. I know what I'm capable of. Like I said, I've had my setbacks. You learn. It's all about learning experience, and I believe I'm the best me now. And it's just time. Experience is key. And Saturday night, you are going to see me win that European title. I'm very, very confident.
Wish you all the best with it. Go well.
Thank you very much. Cheers. Cheers, Dalton. Cheers.
Okay, so the next fight will be Larone Richards against Giovanni de Carolis, another one of our European title tilts on this show. 3 European title fights, as well as Joshua Buatsi against Daniel Dos Santos. Here's David Diamante.
It's now time to weigh in the chief support for a great fight card here in Manchester, England, that's taking place on Saturday night at the AO Arena. It'll be 12 rounds for the vacant European Super Middleweight Championship. And now making his way to the stage, his professional record, 28 victories, 9 defeats, he has 1 draw, and 13 wins coming by way of knockout. He fights out of Rome, Italy. Please welcome the former WBA Super Middleweight Champion of the World, Giovanni de Carolis. De Carolis. And his opponent on Saturday night, now making his way to the stage, his professional record, a perfect one. 14 fights, 14 victories. He has 3 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the former British, the former Commonwealth, the former WBO European, and the WBO International Super Middleweight Champion, fighting out of New Malden, London, England. Please welcome Larone, Sniper of the Balls, Richards.
First observations, Adam, are Giovanni de Carolis at 36. Looks in incredible shape. There isn't an ounce of fat on that frame. I know Larone Richards got the, he aesthetically got no fat on him at all, and he looks like he could go actually up in weight. But de Carolis, there's no fat at all.
No, it looks fantastic, doesn't he, at the ripe old age of 36.
Chris and Darren, and over to Adam and Adam.
Adam and Adam.
Adam and Adam.
I'm making all the right noises here, aren't I? So I think, Adam, let's just get you back up in vision here. So I think, again, we've got some scale problems. Have we? Yeah, okay. So I was just saying,
about the fight.
Well, I was just saying, look at the shape of Giovanni de Carolis, but if I can just get you to step to one side and look at Larone Richards, I'll get our cameraman Tom.
Yeah,
he's going to put his t-shirt back on, but that is testament to the hard work behind closed doors with Dave Caldwell. Both fighters look in incredible shape here. We can bring it back in, Adam. This is something that's difficult for the fighters.
You know, they just want to get weighed in, and they want to get out, and they want to get rehydrated. But you know, unfortunately, once or twice the scales, there's technical issues. There's the power, something, calibration. It can be all sorts of things. And the two of them just patiently waiting, but they are in wonderful condition. That's testament to both teams. De Carolis is so experienced, isn't he? Former world champion. It's a real good opportunity, this, for Larone Richards to shine, because I don't think he did shine when we saw him on his matchroom debut. He was okay, but Dave Caldwell's promising a lot more on Saturday night. Dave will be very disappointed about Manchester United last night. I texted him a few times. Yeah, no. Well, listen, we have. It's a little bit unfair, but there we go. He has got a Europa final, so that's it's unprofessional.
Dave Caldwell's just off camera, mortified that you've done that live on the stream. As we have a live substitution, the substitute scales are being brought into play now.
There's enough positive stuff I talk about Dave Caldwell, one of the best in the business, as he well knows. Now, Larone Richards has got to prove he is one of the best in the business on Saturday night. So we certainly know in terms of skills he has. They're just having a look here at the problem. Wacker's up there, as well as Dennis Gilmartin from the board.
I haven't stood on them, so it's not me that broke them, despite the talk of the takeaway earlier in the week. Dave Caldwell, can't bring you in. this isn't ideal for fighters, is it? But Larone has been around long enough that he's not going to panic. I think it was slightly different earlier in the card for Ellis Hopkins on a professional debut, having to wait. But this is, I know fighters want to get rehydrated, they want to have a drink, but it is only a short delay.
I think if you're really struggling at weight, then you can be ratty and really edgy, and then it's a problem. Larone had breakfast with us this morning, so he's quite cool, and he's a chilled, relaxed sort of person anyway, so it's not going to affect him. Carolis is experienced. I don't think it's going to affect either of them. Sometimes, you have the technical difficulties, a wire, whatever it is, but you've got a spare set of scales there that they're just sorting out. Everything's all calibrated, everything's all sorted, so it's not an issue.
Adam done you dirty on the stream there, didn't he? I mean, I know how much that would have hurt. I mean, you got your right to reply here. Season's not over for United fans, surely.
Well, first of all, I just look forward to doing a little bit of body sparring with Adam when we've done this in a bit. Slip one in, no problem. Right hand, right in the solar plexus. Yeah, season's not over, is it? It's like we've got big things to think about. You know what I mean? Cup final and stuff like that. You lot are just in a fight for that 5th place. Forget about Champions League. You're in a fight for the 5th spot. So, we're happy where we're at today.
Okay, Dave, I'm gonna. You can make your way back now. I think we've had some thumbs up from the stage here. I think things are back on track. So let's pick up again with MC David Diamante.
And now to the scale, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the former super middleweight champion of the world, Giovanni De Carolis.
It's a very short delay, but here we go. Giovanni De Carolis stepping on the scales. 168 pounds is the key number we're listening out for here.
167 pounds and 4 ounces for De Carolis.
No problem for the 36-year-old from Rome, Italy, who's come over with a big team. They're very confident.
And now to Larone Richards. The undefeated Larone, Sniper the Boss Richards.
Yeah, Dave really rates this guy. He's been telling us about him for a long time.
166 pounds and 10 ounces for Sniper the Boss, Larone Richards.
Undefeated. And we're looking for him to shine. It's been a slow sort of career, but he's got the opportunity in the stage now at 28.
And he's got wins on his record that are getting better with age. Lennox Clark. What a win that looks like now after Lennox's success over Willie Hutchinson.
That's a big win. And it's a good signing for Matchroom.
Richards is at 10 with the WBO, so...
Think he'll wear those Bumblebee shorts again?
Yeah, I think so. I had a sneak peek, so I think it'll be something similar.
De Carolis, tough, isn't he? And he's had good...
Larone Richards, Giovanni De Carolis. 12 rounds for the vacant European Super Middleweight Championship.
Good hard fights as well, De Carolis. But is 8 years older.
And he conceded yesterday, inactivity at his age, at this stage of his career, is the most unhelpful thing. I think we're running a little bit behind, but we may well get a quick chance to speak to Larone Richards. Lauren, just on that mark on the floor there, a little bit of a delay, but you weighed in eventually, looking great shape. How are you feeling?
I feel great. I'm very excited for this fight, and can't wait to get going.
What do you see when you look at Giovanni De Carolis at the final head-to-head there? He looks in great shape, but he is older. He has got inactivity. Do you want to put on a show for us here tomorrow night, and do you think you can against a more experienced opponent?
I believe I can, and like I said, I stepped up the levels the correct way, and the European title is the next step, and I'm ready to go. Will
you give us a song in the post-fight interview if you win?
When I win, yeah, I will.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to hold you to that, so go well tomorrow night.
Thank you very much, I appreciate it.
Thank you. It's quite good just to put it, he's on record of saying it now, so tomorrow night we will get a song in the post-fight interview. Those of you that haven't seen Larone Richards on social media this week, he really, really can sing, quite a hidden talent. Dave Caldwell says we're yet to see any of his personality. He's a real bubbly character. I suppose you have to be in that gym with Jordan Gill and Hopi Price. But yeah, we'll get a song out of Larone Richards tomorrow night for sure.
He's always had a good stable, hasn't he, Dave? Obviously Tony Bellew for many years, and the McDonald's, and he chooses his fighters carefully. And I think
he had a lot of success with Anthony Fowler as well. Coming through.
Of course he did, and I believe he's he's got really good talent in Larone Richards.
Cut him off quite quickly there because I thought we were moving straight on. I think there is just one little delay because we're waiting for the main event fighters, but I can see the unbeaten Frenchman Daniel Dos Santos is at the side of the stage ready to weigh in. So let's get over to our Master of Ceremonies, David Diamante.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, it is my absolute pleasure to welcome everybody here to Manchester, England, where Saturday night, Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing is proud to present an evening of championship professional boxing. To be televised live around the world on Sky Sports and DAZN. We're sponsored by Betfred, Wow Hydrate, AO.com, and JD Sports. It's a great fight card, and at the top of the bill, we've got 10 rounds for the WBA International Light Heavyweight Championship. And now it's time to weigh in the main event of the evening. Please welcome to the stage at this time the challenger. His professional record, a perfect one. 15 fights, 15 victories, 8 of them coming by way of knockout. He fights out of Pont-Saint-Maxence, Oise, France. Please welcome Daniel Blenda Dos Santos. Dos Santos. And his opponent now making his way to the stage, he is the defending champion. His professional record, also a perfect one. 13 fights, 13 victories, 11 of them coming by way of knockout. He is the 2016 Olympic bronze medalist. Saturday night, he'll be making his 6th defense of an international title, fighting out of Croydon, London, England. Please welcome the reigning, defending, undefeated WBA International Light Heavyweight Champion, Joshua Buatsi. And on the scale, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the challenger, Daniel Blenda Dos Santos.
What a story and what a journey in the life of Daniel Dos Santos, a reformed character who spent 3.5 years in prison, turned his life around, a soldier from the French army. I'm now unbeaten as a pro. He said, I've won in life by just getting to this point.
172 pounds and 12 ounces for the challenger. And on the scale, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the reigning, defending, undefeated WBA International Light Heavyweight Champion, Joshua Buatsi. 174 pounds, bang on for the defending champion, Joshua Buatsi.
We have a fight, Adam.
We do have a fight, and it's a good fight because it's 2 unbeatens, and we don't know what Dos Santos is going to bring. We know that it's a massive opportunity for him, and it's a big step up in level. But Joshua Buatsi, so much is expected from Buatsi, so often called the next coming, the superstar in waiting, but he's got to prove it every single outing.
Joshua Buatsi, Daniel Dos Santos, 10 rounds for the WBA International Light Heavyweight Championship, Manchester, England, Saturday night, Matchroom Boxing.
I said yesterday that I thought it was the trainers, but there is a substantial height difference there. I reckon Dos Santos is about 2 inches taller than Buatsi. Will that be a factor? I'm not so sure. Joshua Buatsi with his long-time friend and amateur trainer Mark Gillespie there, and I know he's going to want to grab a quick drink, but I will just grab a very, very quick word with him. Joshua, just on the mark on the floor there, I know you want to rehydrate and get off, and you've got a barber to see about the beard, so I'm not going to keep you too long, but you've made the weight. It's been a long camp, it's been a stateside camp. How do you feel now that you've, what some fighters would say, have done the hard bit?
Yeah, the hard work's been done now. I feel good, I'm happy now. I'm already smiling because I know what I'm going to eat, but 24 hours to go and it's showtime, man.
What's on the menu? Can you tell us? I mean, this must be the best bit for you, isn't it?
It's just pasta, simple pasta, bit of chicken, bit of steak. Drink as much as I want, but I've made the weight now, so I'm cool. I'm feeling a bit looser.
Yeah, we've all become body language experts at the head-to-head there. I mean, because of the social distancing, you don't go nose-to-nose anymore. But next time you see him will be when the first bell rings. Just what do you want to show us? Just how excited are you to get going, and how excited are you to put into practice some of the things that you and Virgil Hunter have been working on behind closed doors?
Andy, like I said, man, I might box and you lot might be like, we didn't even see anything. But we're going to see a win, and that's all I think about.
Have you got a prediction, of how you think the fight might go? I don't want you to sort of give away game plans or anything like that, but you will have done some studying on Dos Santos. What do you think he's going to do? What do you think he's going to bring to the table? How do you think he's going to approach this? Do you think he's going to come flying out the traps at you?
I'm not sure. Like I said, there's not been too much footage of him, but he's going to come to win. He might box, he might fight, he might change stance. He's going to come to win. So that's enough for me. That's all I need to know.
Fighter instinct takes over. I mean, Virgil Hunter said to us yesterday, he said to you, look, take 2 rounds, suss him out, don't go in there and rush it. That's all well and good, but when the first bell rings, I don't know if fighters think like that, do they?
Nah, man, that goes out the window. I'll try to be as controlled as possible, but if I'm under pressure or if someone's putting it on me, you have to bite them back, man. So I'll go in there to box, but worst case, if I see an opening, I'll always take it.
Just finally, look, we've said it before, but the fans aren't here. You are a fan favourite. Do you want to give a message to everyone back home? I'm sure there's family that haven't seen you since you've been back from the States. So what will it be? You probably won't go home after Sunday. Monday you'll see them?
Yeah, for sure. But for those that are watching, whatever you're doing tomorrow night, put it on pause. 7:30 we start. Or is it 8?
8, yeah.
8 we start, but we'll be on about 9:30. Whatever you're doing from 7 onwards, put it on pause. Tune into Sky Sports and I'll be on.
Go well. Thank you for the promo. Here you go. You've got a job. You've got a job doing some adverts for us when it's all gone. Thank you very much. Adam, let's bring you in for some final thoughts there. I don't ever really want to get in the way of a fighter making his way towards the dinner table after the weigh-in. So Joshua Buatsi, all smiles and a lot of expectation on him tomorrow night.
Yeah, there is. There's pressure on the big shoulders of Joshua Buatsi, but he's a calm, cool customer. We saw that in the amateurs. When he went to the Olympics, and he was in many people's eyes. He was the star, wasn't he, in Rio? He was fantastic. And look, he's shown glimpses over the first certainly 10, 11 fights of being, pretty much nailed on to be world class, but I think there's 1 or 2 questions still. I think we need to see him in against these type of opponents, these sort of unknown, unbeaten ones. Also, then maybe the former world title challengers. I think he's probably 2-3 fights away from maybe challenging someone like a Dimitri Bivol. And don't forget the domestic crop as well. There's, the likes of Anthony Yard and Callum Johnson and so many others. It's a really good melting pot. But maybe he'll want to get his hands on a world title. It looks like he's going that route, and then you can make the big domestic fights. Will he get there? I'm a believer. I think he can. I think he's got the poise in the ring. I think he's got great balance. I think he's got power. I think he's got a cool head in there. But I like to see him just be a bit more flexible, work on defence, and I think that's why Virgil Hunter has sort of come in, or why he's decided to join forces with Virgil. So let's see what the new relationship brings. As I said, I think yesterday with Joe Parker, having spent very little time with Andy Lee and Derek Chisora with Buddy McGirt, again, 8 weeks with Virgil Hunter is not a great amount. I like to see Mark Gillespie still around the scene. He knows Joshua. He's known him a long time. So look, it's JB. It's just business, and I think it will be in the ring. But he has to be careful because Dos Santos has got nothing to lose. It's a wonderful opportunity for him. He can turn his whole life on its head with this. He's found professional boxing. He's had a wild backstory, and it's a real chance for the Frenchman to come over and take, take some belief from what's happened over here before with, the demise of James Tennyson the other week and Josh Warrington's big defeat to Lara. There's fighters that have come over, the Mexicans especially, who have, ripped up the script. So Buatsi can take no chances on Saturday night. But I expect it'll be a good, solid, tough, dependable performance, and hopefully he'll shine. But don't be surprised if Dos Santos makes it very, very difficult for him, because we just don't know, and the mystery men are always the ones you've got to watch out for.
Yeah, very well said. There was just one error there when Joshua Buatsi gave us a brilliant promo. We are on at 6 o'clock tomorrow night, so 6 o'clock, all the action on Sky Sports Action. So thank you for joining us all week across all of these events. We hope you enjoy the fight tomorrow night. Joshua Buatsi against Daniel Dos Santos with a packed undercard from 6 o'clock on Sky Sports Action.